girls, welcome back to our channel. I hope you guys are fabulous today. I am so excited for today's video. We are filming a review to a foundation that I have been waiting forever to review, to try, review. I am dying to try this. I waited until the day it came out, and as soon as it launched, I made sure to purchase this baby because Mother Pat McGrath can do no wrong. If you have ever tried any of her products or eyeshadow palettes or even her lipsticks, you will know how much love and effort that woman puts into it. And her stuff is just very expensive, very luxurious, but very worth it at the same time. So I usually save up my coin to go get her stuff, and unfortunately her foundation is right up there in price. That's why I ended up only picking up the foundation out of her skin line. I just got the foundation. It is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation, and it retails for 68 US dollars, okay? So expensive. The primer is the same amount, the brush and the setting powder all pretty much in the same range as well. So I just could not see myself putting forth $300+ for just a couple products. Like, even I have my limits, okay? And I'm not saying I won't get them. I will eventually. I just couldn't do it all at once. Like, I'm balling on a budget too, you guys. And she had to launch it around back to school time too, when I've got to buy wardrobes for kids, you know what I mean? So it just wasn't happening for me. But I made sure that I tried this foundation out. And from what I heard anyway, the makeup brush itself is just like any other kabuki round top brush. So I felt like my Morphe Y7 brush is all I needed. Also, I heard the primer wasn't anything to write home about either. Again, I can't say that myself because I haven't tried it, but I have my primers that I like. But this foundation is something I've really wanted to try. So no matter what, I'm going to try it. And I will pick up the setting powder later because I am excited to see what she came up with and how they're going to go together. So let's go ahead and get into some information about this baby. Obviously, the box, very luxurious. I expect nothing less from her. And she definitely put the money we're spending, the price point, into it. Like, you're not just getting your average bottle of foundation with her. The box itself is luxurious. It's got this nice flip top, and it's got even her little logo right here as well. Very luxurious. I've never seen packaging like this for the box, you guys. For the box. They all basically come in, you know, basic ass boxes like this. They're nothing to write home about. But her box, I don't even want to throw this away because it's so pretty. I feel like it all goes together. Now, there is 1.18 fluid ounces in this, so it is more than your average 1 ounce bottle, which I think is super dope. Thanks for giving us a little bit extra. And this is supposed to be buildable, perfecting coverage, weightless texture, sublime satin finish, and runway tested, girl, we know you did. And it's supposed to be a universal formula for all skin types. That means no matter what you have, oily to driest, dry as the Sahara, this baby is supposed to work for you. And I think that is wonderful. I did go ahead and get the color Light 7. What I did is on Sephora, they have a little thing you can plug into where it tells you, like, say you have your perfect color in one other foundation, you put your color in that foundation and it will tell you the closest match to this. My most perfect match was the Lancome Teint Idole in the color 210. And so it found me one very close to that. So again, back to the packaging, let me show you the bottle. If you didn't see my Ulta haul, or my Ulta and Sephora haul, here is the bottle. Very, very thick, frosted, crystally look, frosted glass. It is nice and heavyweight. Like this could be definitely a paperweight when I'm done with this. Yeah, I mean, just very luxurious, gorgeous packaging. I don't expect anything less from her. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. We're gonna do the wear test, and I will be checking in with you guys at the very end of the day to let you guys know how this baby holds up. So let's go ahead and just jump on in head first and see how Miss Mother comes through for us. All right, you guys, I will see you right now. Okay, so I am so excited to showcase this amazing foundation by Pat McGrath for you guys. So I'm going to start by dotting it all over my face. I just did one pump, and as you can see, the foundations pull really yellow. From all of the reviews that I've seen so far, everybody else said the same thing. They pull very yellow, so be careful of that. And as you can see, it looks very sheer, like second skin, but it is doing such an amazing job at evening out my skin. Now, I wanted to add some more to see if it could build up a little more, but I didn't want to go in with a brush, so I went in with the Beauty Blender just so I can still kind of keep that light coverage look. And with the Beauty Blender, I thought it was going to soak up all that foundation, and it really didn't. It did such a great job and gave me that extra coverage that I needed. I would say this is a pretty, like, medium coverage with 2 layers, like a really nice medium coverage. And for the spots that didn't really get covered up by the foundation, I'm just going to use my ColourPop concealer around those troubled areas. So then I'm going to set the center of my face with the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder just very lightly. I want to see how this performs, but I definitely want to set the troubled areas, which is my T-zone. And then we're going to bronze up a little bit with the Physicians Formula just to warm the face up, and then chisel out the cheekbones and all my other troubled areas with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. And then we're going to use my palette, my highlighter palette by Miss Horush, and go ahead and highlight my entire face because Lord knows I love it that way. And then I'm going to go in with the Luminoso blush by Milani, and now I'm going to go off camera and do my eyes and the rest of my makeup. Hey dolls, I just finished my eyes and everything, and my remarks on this right now is I'm actually really shocked on the coverage that this foundation has brought, because it is such a light coverage. And one thing I noticed, just like the Stay Naked, is it's really matte. It dries down really well. You probably, if you're really dry skin, don't even really need to set it. I did set it a little bit because I am going to be going out in the heat and it's 104 degrees today. So I did set it down, but I barely did at all, believe it or not, like for me especially. And so I can still feel the foundation, if that makes any sense. It doesn't feel like my powder at all. And it's not flat, like not as flat as the Stay Naked was. The Stay Naked, after it wore on my skin, looked a lot better and had some more luminosity to it as it wore throughout the day. This looks like the Stay Naked at the end of the day, like how I wanted it to look. It doesn't, the Stay Naked really just dried all the moisture out of my face, whereas this one doesn't. This is like a perfect matte for me, and it looks really healthy and just like that second skin that you want. And it doesn't, again, looking at my forehead, it just looks like my skin, just so much more evened out. But it covered all my spots. I have some acne and I have redness all over my face. And it really, really covered everything so well. And again, it can be sheared out super light, or it definitely can be built up to a nice medium. It definitely has a different look to it than when you first put it on than other foundations. And I can't quite describe it, but I really, really was intrigued and liked the way that it looked. At first, I was a little scared that it kind of looked patchy, but I knew once I got everything else on, it would all just kind of blend into the skin and just really, really melt in. I could just tell. I've tried so many different foundations out and know what works and what doesn't. One thing I do want to note is it has already kind of started to set into my lines pretty hardcore, so I do think that that may be a little bit of an issue with this, but we are going to go ahead and see how this wears throughout the day. And you guys know the code. I will be checking in at the end of the day, so let's go ahead and fast forward to the end of the day so you guys can see how this looks. All right, see you guys in just a bit. All right, dolls, we have fast forwarded and it is now the end of the day, and I'm going to give my final reviews on the Pat McGrath Labs First Foundation, the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. I hate when foundations have 29 words in the titles of them. Like, how am I supposed to remember all that? Anyway, aside from it coming off on my nose, separating on my nose a little bit, it is very dewy. It looks amazing on the rest of my face. It does feel very kind of sticky. And mind you, I have dry skin. So on oily skin, I recommend really, really, really setting this, because I don't think it's going to last all day for you. It looks beautiful, especially if you like that satin to dewy-ish finish. It looks absolutely beautiful. I should have touched up around my nose. I hate touching up. Like I said, nowadays with technology and with the foundations out there, I like to go my whole day and not have to touch up anything, because we have the technology to do that now. So if my foundation doesn't last all day, do my taxes, and like wash my hair for me, I can't fuck with it, you know. But Pat McGrath, I love this foundation, and just because it is separating a little bit on my nose does not mean I don't love it. I can just feel like it's kind of very, very dewy around my nose, like the places that I consider my trouble areas, aka my T-zone. You know, those are my problem areas. I get a little combo-y during the summer and have issues with keeping foundations on in that area. So I don't think that this is a bad foundation in any way. Those are my trouble areas. But I do think I will need to set my T-zone a little bit more and maybe touch up throughout the day. I do love the foundation though, so don't get me wrong. I would give this like 1.5 thumbs up if I could give like a half. So yeah, we'll do 1.5 thumbs up. It's one that I actually really, really like, even though I'm saying such negative things about it. As of now, I do love the foundation, and it lasted everywhere else except my problem areas. So with that being said, again, Desi Glam Life approved. We'll call it Desi Glam Life approved. It's 1.5 thumbs up. I think it's great. You oily girls, set it, okay? Set it. Don't forget it, because you may need to touch up. But that is all I have for you guys today. I will be back this week with another foundation review. Next, I think we'll go ahead and do the Dior Backstage Foundation. So I will see you guys later. I love you guys so much. Bye-bye.